The following is a presentation of 4-Star Sports Media.
Hello, hello, hello. 4-Star Sports Media is coming back to you with another episode of College Basketball Pick'em, but we've got a lot in store today. I've got Razorback Zach in the house with me, along with Nathan Wilson. Good to have you guys on, and good to do another episode.
It's good to be here, guys.
What's up, y'all?
As everybody knows by now, Wes and Brandon are in Mobile, Alabama, covering the Senior Bowl, and it seems like so far they are having a blast, and they are very busy. So that's good to see for the brand, and they've got a long week still ahead of them, leading up to the game, which is on Saturday at 1:30, I think.
1:30 on the NFL Network.
So make sure y'all stay tuned with them. They might jump on here later, so we'll see. Well, guys, there's a lot that's been happening in the football world, specifically the NFL. We'll start with college basketball, though. Well, no, we'll start with the topics. We'll go into the topics. We've got I can't say that word. We've got the big game set already. What is this? Y'all surprises like? Did y'all see the Bengals making it to the Super Bowl?
I'm sorry, you can't say that word. Remember?
It's gonna take me. It's gonna take me a minute.
Super Bowl. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Screw the NFL. Super freaking Bowl. Super Bowl. Super duper freaking Bowl. There, I said it for all of us.
Okay, yeah. Now we're saying it now. Yeah. Yeah. So I think
I'll start. I'll go ahead and start with it. I don't think anybody saw the Bengals doing what they have done in this. I'll go ahead and say it. I thought they were going to get knocked out when they faced the Titans, but surely I was wrong. Then they beat the Kansas City Chiefs in Kansas City, which is a big moment. But
I got to say this real quick because I know there's a Chiefs fan watching, Nate. All right, I hate to step on your toes, but I got to do this. Dwight Raleigh, how about them Chiefs? First for the Kansas City Chiefs is Pat Mahomes' wife.
and his brother. And his brother.
How about them Chiefs? Y'all are watching it right next to the freaking Cowboys.
Well, let's also talk about this, fellas. The fact that they have won their games by a certain player, a Florida alum, McPherson, a kicker.
Kickers are
that
getting
is
paid.
An outstanding kicker at that.
Why you draft a kicker?
Exactly, man. The kickers have been so huge in this entire playoffs.
But guys, look at the. Go ahead, Christian. There's a slight delay on my end.
Come down to the final kick that we've had just in this playoffs alone. It's just it's crazy.
Well, guys, look at it this way. I mean, usually in the NFL playoffs, we see these one-sided blowouts sometimes, and so in several years you see it's decided by halftime. None of these games this year.
Oh yeah.
We're over by half. None of these games you could sit back and go, they're done.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, ball game. It all came down to the final 2 minutes and even overtime. There were so many overtime games in the playoffs, y'all. I don't think there's been that many. Nate, do you remember a time in the not too distant past where so many overtime games happened in the playoffs?
I mean, I can't really come to mind of any. I think you cannot beat the matchup between the Chiefs and the Bills matchup. That was an outstanding playoff game.
That was great.
And it's the best playoffs I can remember.
But let's not forget that Matt Stafford, coming from Detroit Lions, traded over to the Rams and beating playoff Tom Brady.
I want to say this, and I saw this in a meme, and I'm not going to take credit for it, but it's hilarious. He spends the first however many years in Detroit, never wins a freaking playoff game, comes to LA, wins one playoff game, and ends Tom Brady's career.
Yeah, that's crazy. And we're going to get into that as well.
But I mean, when you look at this matchup with the Bengals and the Rams, though, coming into this game, you've got to be. I know a lot of people I've heard around town and of course on social media talk about, the Rams, they're going to dominate the Bengals and all this. But you know what? I'm going to be pulling for the Bengals in this, fellas.
Oh, yeah.
I am going to be pulling for the underdog in this. I'd love to see Joe Money Burrow get that Super Bowl victory on him. Jamar Chase. I mean, the Bengals are loaded on that offensive side. So
they are, and I want to tell you this, Nate. There has never been a player to win the Heisman championship and a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Never.
Yep.
There's been one or the other. There's never been the Triple Crown. And Joe Burrow could very well be the very first player to do that.
In his second year. That's crazy.
This is also going to be something else, Zach, is that the Bengals have never won a Super Bowl.
They've been in what, 32? Wait, no, I'm 35. So 34 years ago?
Yeah.
88?
They faced the Browns. No, I can't remember who they faced off against, but I know that they have appeared only once in a Super Bowl, but they've never won one. So this is going to be big.
Let's talk a little bit about each game that they played to get to the Super Bowl. For the Bengals, man, they were down 21-3. It looked like, the Chiefs had all the momentum, and let's be honest, they collapsed. The Bengals, obviously stepped their game up in the second half, but credit to the Bengals. They made the plays they had to make, and they're in the Super Bowl, which is incredible. And it still feels like they're a big underdog. Would y'all disagree?
So the Bengals played, to answer Nate's question, the Bengals played in Super Bowl 17 XV1. That's 16. Super Bowl 16 and then Super Bowl 23 in 1982 and 89. And they were both against the San Francisco 49ers.
Cool. So, yeah.
I'm sorry, Christian. What was your question?
Just to get to the Super Bowl, it's incredible. It's incredible the run that they've had, but it still feels like they're a huge underdog to the Rams. Would you disagree?
No, I wouldn't disagree with that, and I'm going to tell you why. They're the Bengals.
Yeah.
The Bengals. Nobody saw this coming.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody thinks, L.A., Matt Stafford, OBJ, Cam Akers, okay?
Yes.
But on the flip side of that, you've got Cincinnati with Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase.
Yeah. Yeah.
The odds are stacked. The odds are stacked Cincinnati, okay? They're stacked against Cincinnati.
And the game's going to be played in L.A., I believe.
Yeah, and it's at L.A. It's at SoFi Stadium. This is the second year in a row that a team that is in the Super Bowl is hosting a Super Bowl.
Yeah. So that's
so
incredible.
You have that against you. But here's the thing, Christian. Here's the thing. That being that that people think of Cincinnati, they think Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow. That makes them that much more dangerous. That makes them that much more of an underdog.
Mm-hmm. And they already had that chemistry going back to their LSU days. So
Dwight's showing his age. Because I was 15 the last time the Bengals were in a Super Bowl. I'm 48 now.
Yeah. It's been a long time for sure. I know a lot of Bengals fans are happy. I don't know personally any Bengals fans, but I know there are some out there. And Joe Burrow in his second year, I think Ben Roethlisberger and maybe Dan Marino are the only two to ever go to a Super Bowl in their second year.
Don't feel bad, Dwight. I was 8 years old last time Cowboys made it to the Super Bowl, and I'm 35 now. So
I was in diapers So yeah.
Why you got to do that to me? Why you got to do that?
I was just
Why you got to kick a man when he's down, Christian? God.
At least you haven't gone your entire life. Well,
It damn well feels like it.
What's going on? Come on, man.
Yeah, we were talking about the Bengals, how long it's been since they made the Super Bowl. It's been a while.
Nate, to answer your question, it was 81 and 89 or 80. Shoot.
88.
It's 82 and 89, and they both played against the San Francisco 49ers.
And they could have played against it. They were really close to playing them again.
Guys, let me ask y'all about that real quick. So Jimmy G takes them to the Super Bowl a few years back.
Right.
Turns around, takes them to the NFC title game this year, and then they're talking about trading him. You don't have a franchise quarterback on the roster right now.
No, I'm going to answer that. Here we go.
I thought he wanted – first of all, let me say something, then you can go.
Go ahead.
Is it Jimmy G that wants to be traded, or is it the 49ers that want him gone?
I think it was a combination of both, because the way he was talking, they've been talking about trading him since mid-season. Nate, I mean, have you heard something more? Or,
all right, look, this is what's going on with the Jimmy G situation, all right? It's kind of both ways. The fact that they drafted Trey Lance in the NFL draft kind of rubbed Jimmy the wrong way.
Kind of how they drafted Jordan Love in the Patriots or Packers.
Well, not just that, guys, but you also had to look at the beginning of the season. They were putting in Trey Lance and Jimmy. They were swapping them. They're going to make Jimmy into the franchise quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, not Trey Lance to
good Lord. Sorry.
So Jimmy is going to be looking for other places to play, and quite frankly, I got a few suggestions for him to go to, and I think he'll be a hell of a quarterback at these locations. First off, I'll say the Tennessee Titans could take him because they need a quarterback desperately.
You don't think Tannehill's the answer?
No,
it's not. Tannehill's not the answer.
If you look at Jimmy Garoppolo, he didn't light it up in the postseason.
He threw a ton of interceptions.
You can. I mean, he's mad that he said something about the 49ers don't want to win or something like that.
He wants to go to a winning organization.
You were this close to going back to the Super Bowl. I mean, and you had a lot to do.
How much more winning can you get, though? I mean, you're in the NFC title game, dude. How much more winning can you be?
Well, there's going to be a lot of places for him to get his opportunity to be on a winning team. That's like Aaron Rodgers wanting to go to a team that's already built and ready to go, not a team that's in the rebuilding stage, is what he said.
So why all the talk of him going to Denver? Denver's not rebuilt.
I'm not saying he's going to Denver. I think he's going to Pittsburgh. I think we're going to see Aaron Rodgers in the Steeler jersey, and I think that's where he's going.
I don't know, dude. Him going from Green Bay.
It's just weird seeing him in another jersey, but
right? That was like seeing Tom Brady, and I hate Tom Brady, but this is a very good comparison. That's like Tom Brady going from a Patriots uniform to the Bucs. When he announced he was going to the Bucs, my first reaction was like, "What?"
I got one better than that. Brett Favre going from a Packer to a Viking.
Division rival.
To a Jet.
But being the Vikings though, to his rival.
He went from Green Bay to Minnesota to New York.
Here's a good point that Dwight brought up. What do you think about the new mascot for Washington?
The Commanders.
Sounds like an XFL team to me.
What's their cheer going to be? Go Commandos! Go Commies!
The jerseys look fire, man. I'll give them that. The jerseys.
I may have to buy me one of them jerseys, dude.
Like
Cam Curl for Cam Curl's number 31. I may have to get one.
They got the blacked out ones too, man. They look tight. I'm just saying, I like it. I'm just glad. Look, guys, I'm just glad that we don't have to call them the football team anymore.
Yeah,
I still think they should have. I still think they should have kept the name and done Washington the football team. WTF?
Yeah.
Why not be the enforcers? I mean, give me something.
Why not pull a page out of freaking movie history and call them the Washington Sentinels?
That sounds better. It does sound better.
Come on!
That would be awesome.
There. It's right freaking there. Joe Flacco. Hello?
So
Yep.
we obviously have to talk about this while we're talking about the NFL. It's just, kind of big news. Not too big, right? Tom Brady calling it quits after 22 seasons in the NFL. And there was some speculation that once it
Look,
was
me and Nathan are the same way. We're like, thank God.
It's officially announced now, but there was some speculation once it was announced by, I think, Adam Schefter. It wasn't a totally done deal by Brady. I think he had some, he kind of went back and forth on it.
What it was is that everybody was celebrating the fact that we don't have to hear about Tom Brady in a playoff game, in a Super Bowl, and he didn't like that. So now he's trying to mess with us and say, no, I'm not retiring yet. No, you're gone, buddy. It's over.
You're done, dude.
Yeah.
You're done.
But
Giselle wants more kids, so go home, knock her up. It's fine.
And honestly, he could have played probably 2 or 3 more years and been fine, I think. But
well, let's talk about this, guys. Yes, he did retire, but you got to also understand that with him retiring, Big Ben retiring, dude, these kids that grew up like me, like y'all watching Peyton Manning, Big Ben, Tom Brady. I mean, list goes on and on. All these legendary
Drew Brees, Phillip Rivers,
Drew Brees,
Eli.
Even Romo. You got to throw Romo in there.
This is guys.
We don't either. No, the hell we don't either. No. If you're gonna do that, then you say Aikman. You don't say Romo.
This is literally the end of an era, guys.
It really is, and I mean, if you think about it, it started with Brees, then it was Phillips. Okay.
Yeah. Phillip Rivers.
Brady was the last what we like to call in the wrestling world, like we referred to as the from the Undertaker. He's the last outlaw. He's the last one of that era.
Yeah.
Okay. Kids today are looking back going, 20 years ago it was Brees, Rivers, Favre, Brady. All right. I'll say it just because.
He's a dang good analyst. He could predict every play. But my question is why couldn't he do that when he was a player? Like, think about. I mean, I'm sure he did, but
it was his coaching staff that he had. It was the redheaded clapper. It was.
That's true. That's true.
All right, here we go. From Mobile, Alabama, in the 2022 Reese's Senior Bowl, ladies and gentlemen, the man, the myth, the legend. Hey, buddy, how's life in Mobile, Alabama?
What's going on, guys? We just got out of the swimming pool.
That must be
together. We don't need to know that, Bum. We don't need to know that.
I didn't say bathtub. I said swimming pool, brother.
People in South Alabama call it.
That's funny. Give us an update on what's going on there.
Today it was a lot of rain.
I don't believe so. That's the one Danny is.
That's the one Danny's doing. No, today was a lot of rain, but a lot of competitive football. Bailey Zappi from Western Kentucky was probably, in my opinion, one of the more impressive quarterbacks today. We had a lot of fun, man, coming in and out of practice. And then, of course, we got our local guys like Calvin Austin III, who plays at Memphis. Mm-hmm. John Ridgway for Arkansas looked great today.
Really?
He did have a little sequence where Dylan Parham from Memphis put him on his ass. But he
really?
Yeah, Memphis boy put an Arkansas boy on his ass. But
you had to get that dig in there, didn't you?
I'm sorry, man. We don't play all, so, like, I had to do something.
Not yet. We will.
Coach O was there. Coach Norvell was there. A lot of college coaches, even in the middle of today being National Signing Day. Les is about to log on here in a second. He's trying to get his computer all pulled up and everything. But
why is Coach O there? The dude's not coaching anymore.
Or Titus.
Yeah. What was he doing?
No, I think he's just there supporting guys.
Oh, okay.
He had I think there's 2 or 3 LSU guys on the rosters. Then tomorrow morning we get up. We're going to breakfast. We're not going to do a live show tomorrow morning. But it's going to be later. We're going to have Russell Copeland, former University of Memphis wide receiver, join us talk about it this week and everything. But man, it's been a fun and exciting week, you guys, and I wish you guys were down here with us. Hopefully next year we're able to get all of y'all down here with us.
Yeah, certainly.
Hey, the one person, and I know it's a position that nobody really cares about. Silver, the long snapper from Arkansas, gets that ball off in a snap. He's awesome.
Yeah.
And I've been excited to watch him. The national team, their first couple snaps as far as field goals were real struggles yesterday. Well, as soon as Silver got out there on the field snapping kicks, snapping punts, dude was just going at it. And I was like, this kid's going to be a long snapper star. It was really cool.
Hey,
Ethan, your Bama boys have played like absolute shit. Mathis got put on his ass twice by Dylan Parham, and Brian Robinson is terrible. He can't run. I'm just kidding. But we're having a good time, guys.
All right, let me ask you something, Bum. Which quarterback has impressed you the most over there at the Senior Bowl?
So me personally, it's only been 2 days of practice. We got a whole nother day tomorrow. Malik Willis has looked really good, but the dark horse for me has been Carson Strong from Nevada. He has been really good. He's getting the ball out quick. He's got a lot behind his passes. But when you look at these kids up close and personal, when you're in the stands just looking at them, not far from you, you're like, whoa, that's a big boy. Kenny Pickett is as advertised. He's just good. Mm-hmm. But Carson Strong and Malik Willis are the two that have really impressed me the most.
So also, I know that y'all posted this to the page, and I hope everybody goes and checks it out. Y'all got to sit and listen to head coaches talk about their experiences and everything. Let me hear a little bit about it, man, because I know
we talked about
my goat Nick Saban was there, so let's hear it.
Wes is about to come on here in a minute,
hey,
but we did talk.
Bum, hold on a minute. We got to go to break on the other side of the
I'm
break.
sorry.
You're good, man. You're watching the College Basketball Pick'em Show on the 4-Star Sports Radio Network. Back in a minute.
Hey fans, did you know that 4-Star Sports Media now has a YouTube channel? You can catch exclusive content covering all things Memphis Tigers and the Arkansas Razorbacks. Shows like The Point, and the only show on social media about the Arkansas Razorbacks that is purely fan-driven inside the Hog Pen. Plus other shows like The Hog Trough, The 4-Star Sports Show, and many more coming soon. So check them out today. Go on YouTube.com and search 4-Star Sports Media.
Coming up tomorrow on 4-Star Sports Radio's coverage, live from the 2022 Reese's Senior Bowl in Mobile, Alabama, Wes and Bum sit down with Russell Copeland of Memphis Sports Radio at 9:30. Be sure to follow 4-Star Sports Media all week long for news and exciting interviews.
All right, welcome back to the College Basketball Pick'em Show on the 4-Star Sports Radio Network. Christian Johnston, Nathan Wilson, and my boy from the 2022 Reese's Senior Bowl, live on location this week, Brandon Bumgarner. All right, so we got a score update. The only game going on right now in the SEC, I believe, I have to check scoreboard, but it's Arkansas at Georgia, 11:24 to go in the second half. Arkansas is completely dominating right now, 74-56, 11:25 to go in the second half. And we are joined, did we get him on here? The boss man is in the house, y'all. Wes Pruitt, Wes and Bum are both joining us from Mobile, Alabama. Gentlemen, tell us about the summit last night in regards to listening to Kirk Herbstreit, Nick Saban, Brian Harsin, And who was the other one, Bum?
It was James Franklin from Penn State.
That's
Yeah, give Wes just a few minutes. He's trying to get everything set up. But yeah, last night, and Nathan kind of asked the question before we went to break, was just a really eye-opening experience as far as being around these A-list coaches that you see week in and week out with not only the SEC but the Big 12 and Big 10. It was really fun to watch. Okay, GT500 says he's got a Tom Brady rookie card. That's cool. Nice. If you want to donate any of your profit to 4-Star Sports Media, we'd be gladly to accept it. We will take it, man. That'll help expense our trips to the Senior Bowl. But no, for real, guys, it was an eye-opening experience because, and I talked about it this morning with Wes, you think of those guys as up here, right? You don't think of them as everyday humans. You think of them as college football coaches that run a dominant program that win.
Well,
last night it took them a year.
Dominant, but
well, yeah. I mean, Harson's still learning, but they still run A-list programs. Don't get me wrong. So you take them on a pedestal from here.
I would have loved to sit and listen to Saban talk.
Even it out down here. So seeing them speak as dads, friends, just family members, giving that type of advice last night was a different type of setting. I mean, I've never seen Nick Saban talk about how he disciplined his children when they were younger or how he was a father. He always talked about, he always talks about, hey, this is my football team. This is how I run things, blah, 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 blah. Talks to the media.
Did he laugh? Did he smile? Did he crack a joke?
Oh, absolutely. He was awesome last night. Nick Saban was absolutely awesome last night. And then you go to a guy like James Franklin, who damn near put me to sleep. Just because he's got that old school, like, soft feel to him where he's like, yeah, man, we had a great practice today. He's that type of guy. And then you had Harsin, who's a younger guy. Yet Harsin, who's a younger guy, come in there and just give great. He was awesome in front of everybody. And, yes, they're playing the home crowd because it was in Mobile, Alabama. So you had half Auburn fans, half Alabama fans, which was a lot of fun. But, man, it was exciting to be around. Here comes Wes.
Wes, are you there? I don't know, bro. You got eyes.
I don't think we've got Wes just yet.
How's it going?
Body.
Turn your volume. Mine's on mute.
I don't think we've got Wes just yet.
Can you hear me?
Barely, but there's a lot of feedback.
Yeah, there is.
See, Wes is blaming the internet, but it's not the internet. It's just him and his technological internet. It's just
Bum's working fine over here.
Wes is blaming the internet. Wes is mad, so let's. I'm going to take that back a notch.
Wes is mad, so let's.
What's the about, man? So,
Do we have Wes?
We have Wes.
All right, looks like Wes is frozen. Hey, Bum, let Wes know he's kind of frozen.
Just put Wes on your video.
Wes said you're kind of frozen.
Just put him on your camera.
Just put Wes on your video.
Wes, come over here. Wes, come over here.
But no, see, here's the thing. You know, and I was watching practice when I got home from work. They were showing it on ESPN too. And man, I'm gonna tell you, Christian, as a Razorback fan, I'm gonna miss Jordan Silver, and I'm gonna miss John Ridgway. But Jordan Silver, dude, like Bum said, he gets that ball off real quick. But if you notice too, one of the things that especially you and I have watched since Jordan Silver's been here, there's not a lot of missed snaps. There's not a lot of bad snaps from Jordan Silver. You didn't see it go over the kicker's head or the placeholder's head or anything like that. Hey, boss man, welcome to the show.
What's up, man? I apologize. I'm having some technical difficulties. The internet here at the hotel is not the strongest, by the way. I am not mad. I'm actually having a damn good time.
You should be. Yeah.
My laptop's working fine on the internet, so I do think it's not me.
I promise I'm not actually drinking on air. It's Virgil's root beer. So.
Oh, it's root beer.
I promise. Okay. I promise I'm not drinking on the air.
But man, I tell you what, guys, the past 2 days have been incredible down here. We've talked to an anonymous American Athletic Conference coach yesterday. Had a great 5-10 minute conversation with him.
Had to have been Tim.
We talked to Charles Davis yesterday from NFL Network, Fox Sports, Madden, all that. Last night at the Summit, guys, that was incredible. I mean, I heard Brandon saying earlier, we got to hear Nick Saban talk about Miss Terry, his wife, and how they have a difference of raising children. The New York Jets coach has 7 kids, 5 boys, 2 girls.
Who is the Jets head coach?
Dan Campbell didn't know how to catch a pass that was right here.
Exactly. Dan Campbell was a blocking only tight end. He couldn't catch. Just stories last night. Kirk Herbstreit, by the way, freaking hilarious, man.
The
guy,
funny dude. Funny dude.
I got his book.
Did you?
Yeah.
But man, practice yesterday was great. Practice today was wet. It rained all day. Probably gonna rain all day tomorrow too.
That's okay. We're gonna be out there with our ponchos on and going hard.
Also, I wrote an article today on Greg Jr.
Also, hey, timeout. John Morant's the best player in the NBA.
Yeah, he is.
Like by far.
I saw Mel Kiper gave him a shout out.
Yeah. Well, he deserves it, man. I tell you what, yesterday Greg had, I would say, a good day of practice. It wasn't outstanding. He did some things that did catch the eyes of scouts, obviously. But today he was just great. He made that
extra step.
He made that extra step up today. He was flying around the field. You could tell he's been in that playbook. He's been in that defensive playbook. He's learning where he's supposed to be and what his keys are. And I had a great time writing that article on him today. And it's actually one of the most popular articles that we've written so far. I think as of earlier, it was up to 28 or 29 shares. So,
wow.
Hey, share the hell out of that sucker. But
for sure.
Tomorrow is going to be a lot of fun. Last day of practice. But I know y'all asked Brandon earlier who was probably his most impressed player. And you said who, Carson?
I said Strong and Willis. They've been
and Willis, yeah. I'll tell you a guy that really has stood out to me, and that is number 57 from Uconn. He's a defensive lineman. Yes.
Really? Uconn.
Yeah, dude.
He is
kid's a big boy and can move.
He is a Temple transfer, but he's playing for Uconn. He's in this game, number 57. Telling you, guys, tomorrow, ESPN.
Number 57, he'll be on the national team.
Yeah, national team.
Also, shout out Nathan for wearing that Sidecar Cafe hat today.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Sidecar Cafe, our presenting sponsor here at 4-Star Sports Media. We love Rick and Joseph over there. They do a great job, everything by us.
That young man from Uconn has made an impact this week. Another guy that I am really impressed with is the running back Jerome Ford out of Cincinnati, former Alabama player as well. He doesn't want to be known as an Alabama transfer. He wants to be known as a Cincinnati Bengal, and I respect
Bengal. I mean, I'd love to be Cincinnati.
I mean, at this point, I'd love to be known as a Cincinnati
Bearcat Bengal. What the hell is the difference? We don't even know what a Bearcat is. But
there's
anyway,
a big difference.
There is such thing as a Bearcat. It's
exactly. But that young man is running the ball really hard. Tyler Beatty, running back out of Missouri,
He's another one I
ran the ball really hard this week. He's running really well behind his pads, breaking tackles. A guy that I was really looking forward to watching, and that's Sam Howell. Sam had a pretty good day today.
That's the quarterback out of North Carolina.
North Carolina,
Right.
yes, sir.
Here's the deal. Kenny Pickett's the best here.
Kenny Pickett is Kenny Pickett. He's, as I said, he's as advertised.
Yes. Kenny Pickett's the best quarterback here. The question is who is number 2? Right now, I would put Carson Strong. This is how I would rank the quarterbacks from both teams. Kenny Pickett, number 1. Carson Strong right now, number 2.
Wow.
I would put Malik Willis at number 3. Sam Howell. He could be 2.
He could be 2B.
He could very well be 2B. Sam Howell's right up there with him. And then, honestly, right now, guys, I put Desmond Ridder at the very bottom.
Yeah, Desmond Ridder
really
has a great week.
Yeah, Ridder seems, and that's nothing against Desmond
Today
Ridder.
he did look better than he did on
Yesterday.
Tuesday.
He just seems to be. Well, first off, his first step is slow. Coming out from under center, that first step is very slow. Where is it?
That's rather surprising.
I think Bama banged him up, messed him up.
No, I don't think so, man.
I just think he's been like that his whole career. And I think it took a minute for people to realize it. He was the same way when he played against Memphis.
Yeah, I mean, I think that when you're in this setting where all eyes are on you, shout out Tupac.
Zach, who you winking at?
Nobody.
Uh-huh.
I got something to show you guys.
You're able to have a pay for a
He cut out. That was funny as hell.
personal assistant.
Maybe. But
No.
guys, I've spent hours on this, and I had to enlist some help on this. But I can finally admit it, and I can finally debut it. It is our new title and our new logo for the college basketball pick'em show.
Yeah, I like that.
There it is.
Hey, sorry, y'all. For those of you that don't know that are watching right now, I don't know how you don't, but we're at the Reese's. Wes and I are down in Mobile, Alabama, covering the Reese's Senior Bowl this year. So if you're tuning in for your college basketball pick'em, we're sorry.
We'll get there.
We will get there at some point.
I apologize,
But
Christian.
we're just kind of
It's all good.
preluding what I was asked when I joined the live, and Wes is here now. So
Also, just to let y'all know, we are also broadcasting live right now at 4-Star Sports Media Twitter as well. I added that destination today, so we're live on Twitter right now as well. But
Let me
Chris,
check that feed. Hold on.
when you look at this week, Senior Bowl, obviously Saturday is the day. Saturday is where all the questions are answered. But I tell you what, man, tomorrow is going to be a lot of fun. We'll start out. I'm sure Brandon's already told you. We're going to start out at the breakfast. It's at 7 a.m. It's going to be early starting in the morning, but we'll get there at 7 a.m. You can interview players. They walk around. You can interview really whoever you want. There's guys at the podium, but you can also interview guys that are there.
Wow.
All players are at that at the breakfast. Plus, I'm sure we'll get a pretty good breakfast too.
That's what I was thinking.
It's that
John,
continental breakfast from
dirty dog.
But I tell you what, man, the experience that we are gaining down here is unmeasurable. Rex Nelson was on yesterday with us. Great interview with Rex Nelson. Tony Siracusa today. I thought Tony was incredible today. Brought a lot of insight from the NFLPA game. Brought a lot of insight to the Senior Bowl as well. But man, it's so cool to see the best of the best around the country come together as one. And that's what's really cool. And one other thing before we move on, the way that these two teams are being coached is very, very different.
It is interesting.
It's very interesting. So the Jets start out with every day they'll start out with kind of a walkthrough type deal.
Mm-hmm.
But when the Lions team comes on, which is the American team, they actually start their practice without helmets on. And they literally just go through.
They just do a walkthrough.
They're
That
embarrassed-
means
they're
walk through for
embarrassed
5
to
or
wear
10
that.
minutes.
5 or 10 minutes, and
Then they go into their stuff.
and then they split up and do their stretches, and they come back together and then put the helmets on and get after it. It's a nice. I really like it. It's a nice way to get them in the flow of the practice day. But Christian, I mean, I know we're here to talk college basketball, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I enjoy listening to y'all.
How bad are the pigs, Arky pigs losing?
So we now have another score update. 4:09 to go in the second half. Arkansas is just completely dominating the Georgia Bulldogs right now. 91 to 64.
Wow.
And that is under 4 minutes to go in the game.
The pigs have
Christian,
woken up.
Let's talk some basketball, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we're here for. We won't been going.
Hey, were y'all in the middle of the picks when I joined?
Y'all won't been going.
We hadn't
Okay.
Okay, let's get into the games. There's a lot of good games. I picked the best games, so I don't think we'll have any snoozers here. I'll start off with Wisconsin and Illinois, both ranked in the Big Ten. Illinois starting to turn it around. Wisconsin, obviously they're Wisconsin. They're in the mix like every year. I'll start with Brandon and Wes. What do y'all think about that game?
Me personally, I'm going with the Badgers. I think they get the dub.
Give me Illinois to get that win. I like that Illinois basketball team. They've kind of turned over a new leaf there in Illinois, and they're a team that seems to me every year in, year out, they're going to get some wins that you don't see coming. I'm going to take Illinois in that one.
Tipping off at 8 p.m., so that should be a fun one for sure. What about you, Nathan?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Wisconsin in this one. Illinois could pull off the upset on them, but I'm gonna take Wisconsin.
Zach, who you rolling with?
Give me the Badgers.
Badgers on the road. I think Illinois gets the win. I think they're turning it around. It looked like they were kind of sleepwalking at the beginning of the year, much like Arkansas, but it seems like they're starting to turn it around. Kofi Coburn is an amazing player. I think he's averaging 21 points a game, which is incredible. I don't know many players that are averaging 21 points, but anyway, he's a good player. I got the Illinois to pull it off at home in a close game. Our next game on the docket, Big East matchup, a big East matchup, Villanova and Marquette. Brandon, who you got?
Let's go Villanova. I think they have a little bit of momentum. They're a very well coached team by Jay Wright. I think they can pull it out. Wes, who you got? Villanova or Marquette? Wes said Nova.
Yeah. Nova's ranked number 12 on the road at number 24 Marquette. They tip off at 9 p.m. tonight. So that should be a fun one. What about you, Zach?
I'm sorry.
Villanova or Marquette?
Give me Villanova.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm watching this infomercial on ESPN, and I'm just like, what?
Yeah, I'm going with the Wildcats too. What about you, Nathan?
Yeah, I'm going with the Wildcats. Give me Villanova in this one, no question.
Nate, are you working, Bubba?
Always, man, always.
I heard that.
UCLA and Arizona. That should be a very fun matchup, I think. Both teams are the cream of the crop in the Big 12 or in the Pac-12. Number 3, UCLA Bruins. Where have they come from? 16-2, traveling to Arizona, who's 17-2. It's going to be tough to get that win on the road, but I think they could do it. What about you, Brandon?
Who was the game? I'm sorry.
UCLA and Arizona.
Both good teams. That's tough. Where is this game being played?
Arizona.
Hey, Brad.
It makes it even tougher. Give me Nova. They're not Nova. Give me UCLA in this one.
Had that deep. I think they make it to the Final Four last year or the Elite Eight, and they're
I think they played Alabama in the championship game. No.
Not in the championship.
That was Final Four.
No, they eliminated Alabama.
And
It was Baylor and UCLA in the title game.
No, it was Baylor and
Alabama, like the Elite Eight.
Baylor and Gonzaga.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Are you sure it was Baylor and Gonzaga?
Yes.
It was Baylor and Gonzaga. UCLA took out Alabama because we went into
The
overtime.
Wi-Fi sucks, Wes.
So UCLA beat us, then Baylor beat UCLA. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Gonzaga beat UCLA. My bad.
Who you
Can
got?
you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we got you, Bum.
Nope.
Yeah, we can. What the heck? Anyway, Nathan, who you got? UCLA or Arizona?
Arizona.
Yeah, I think
No
that's
question.
on at home. What about you, Zach?
Bruins.
The Bruins picking up where they left off last year. Looks like they are coasting in the Pac-12 right now, but they're gonna have a tough one at Arizona. You know, I something tells me I think UCLA can pull it off. I mean, they're the third team ranked team in the country. It wouldn't really be a huge upset, in my opinion. So I got the Bruins.
Well, this is how I look at it, fellas. You had Baylor match up against the University of Alabama, and Alabama beat them by 10 points.
Mm-hmm.
So the rankings at this point this season, it don't matter what you rank now because you can be beat, and it was proven. I mean, I think the toughest team right now, and I'll admit this, and I hate it, and it burns me to say it. The Auburn Tigers is the toughest team to beat right now.
Threw up a little in your mouth.
They're good for sure.
Just a bit. Christian, real quick, I don't know if you've been watching the game. I've got the game on here in the hog pen, and the Arkansas-Georgia game, and ESPN seems to be coming up with every reason imaginable to give Georgia a reason of why they suck so bad. The depleted roster.
Of course,
and all this.
they gotta. You know, that's what they do.
Going back on Nate's point, when the rankings don't matter right now, they don't. And I mean, anything up to this point, and probably in the next couple of weeks, don't matter. I mean, even Arkansas. Okay, look at Arkansas right now. Arkansas was in the top 10. They got beat, and they started losing real bad. Rankings don't matter right now. You get closer to March, you get closer to the postseason, then they start mattering.
I know you said something bad about Arkansas.
I said Arkansas's never been in the top 10 a day in your life.
We were.
We've been
1942?
We were at top 10 this year.
Yeah.
In basketball?
Yeah.
In basketball, we were earlier this year.
We've been ranked number 1 before.
Yeah, in like 1976.
No,
breaking news.
Are you just
in case y'all hadn't heard? Jim Harbaugh is coming back to Michigan. By the way, go ahead. Sorry.
That's old news, Wes. We done covered that.
No, I don't think we have actually. I really don't think
we covered the Tom Brady retirement, and we talked about the Washington Commanders. That's the only two things we covered.
Well, Harbaugh's coming back. But anyway, all right, what we got next, Christian, game-wise? My bad, buddy.
You're good. Next game, Uconn and Villanova.
Really?
Interesting game. Yeah, I know UConn's the only team to beat Auburn.
This is the second Villanova game?
Yeah, this is the second Villanova game.
They played a night and Saturday, tomorrow.
Okay. Man, that's a tough one. Give me UConn to pull the upset.
Yeah. What about you, Bum?
Nova.
Arkansas might lay 100 on Georgia.
Don't interrupt. I'm just.
God, I hope not.
All right, y'all done? Y'all got it?
A minute to go, 96-70.
I got Villanova in this one. UConn might come close to pulling off an upset, but Villanova is going to run away towards close to the end of the game. So give me Villanova.
What about you, Zach?
Powerhouses. Let's go Nova. Let's just play it safe to Nova.
Yeah. UConn's a good team for sure. I don't know how they beat Auburn this year, but they did earlier in the year. I think UConn can pull it out. I'm gonna go with the upset on the road. I'm gonna go with UConn to get the win at Villanova. Next game we've got.
Oh my God! K.K. Robinson's in the game for Arkansas.
Memphis and Cincinnati.
Postponed until February 15th. Move it on.
Yep.
Oh wow!
Moving on.
How did
Yep.
Wow.
It was
Snowstorm.
just announced today.
It was announced like 2 hours ago.
Yeah, because of the weather.
Okay. The weather. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're supposed to get a winter storm in this. In Arkansas. I know. So obviously that would affect. Well, is that game at Cincinnati or was
Yeah.
it?
They've already got the weather over there. It's already.
Yeah.
And I should know because my work,
Yeah.
we've already shut down a few places.
Yeah. All
I haven't
right.
been paying attention to trucking this week, but I know we got trucks in some areas that's some bad weather.
Yeah. Oklahoma and Oklahoma State, guys.
Bedlam.
The Battle of Bedlam. Yeah.
Give me Oklahoma, man. I like that new coach a lot coming over from Loyola Chicago. I think he's going to do a good job there. He's already doing a good job with their recruiting and all that. Give me Oklahoma to get that win. What about you, Bob?
Come on, break the harder.
Go Pokes!
Go Pokes. All right. Nathan.
Yeah, give me Oklahoma in this one. Even though it's going to be one of them rivalry games that anything could happen, I'm gonna put my money on Boomer Sooner. So yeah, give me Oklahoma.
Oklahoma's that team, kind of on the fringe. I think right now they would be in, but I think they're a little better than their record shows. But they're struggling right now, and it wouldn't surprise me if they lost on the road. But I'm gonna play it safe and go with the Sooners. Zach.
Boomer Sooners.
I'm the only one who picked Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
Go Pokes.
But I could definitely see that going the other way. Okay, here's a game. It's kind of big, Duke, North Carolina. Two really good teams. Duke, obviously the better team right now if you look at records and all that. But like Nathan said, records don't always indicate, especially in this game, how this one's going to turn out. What about you, Wes and Bum? What do you got?
Go ahead. Who is it?
Duke and North Carolina.
Oh, give me Duke.
Duke by 40.
Yeah, Duke's
UNC's terrible this year.
UNC's got problems. I think Herbert Davis is going to be a good coach there over time. I honestly do. He's doing things a little differently. He's doing it his own way. He's not doing it how Roy Williams did it. And I don't – most North Carolina fans – shout out Stephen Plunk. He's a big North Carolina fan. Most North Carolina fans are not happy.
Stephen Plunk likes the heels?
Yeah, he's a big-time North Carolina fan. But I like Herbert Davis. I like what he's doing there. But Coach K's on his last run, man. I have a feeling this Duke team may be a team to look out for to late March, early April, a la late in the tournament. But give me Duke to win the game. But I do honestly believe that Herbert Davis will get North Carolina turned around in the next 2 or 3 seasons.
They're 16-6, so it's not like they're terrible.
No, they've got some shooting issues right now at North Carolina, and yeah, I mean, record wise, they're not bad, but
not where North Carolina's standards are.
Right.
Well, they're both Duke and North Carolina both are on a 4-game win streak right now.
Well, yeah, but when we're looking at these two teams, something's got to give.
And I only know that because they just flashed the graphic up on ESPN.
See, you're not supposed to say that, Zach.
I think because this is a rivalry game.
I'm having too much fun down here, y'all.
This is a rivalry game. I think North Carolina's going to keep it close. I don't think they're better than Duke, obviously, but man, if they were to somehow get this win, that would be a huge boost for them.
Yeah.
And we may be talking about them later in March, but like I said, Duke's on a roll. They're a good team.
Krzyzewski's not coaching anymore, is he?
This is last year.
Okay, that's what I thought.
John Shire will be the head coach next season.
Yeah, I don't know
I
why.
mean, give me the Blue Devils, dude.
Nathan?
Yeah, I'm going to take Duke in this. Coach K has got a good squad this year, and they have had plenty of upsets and everything, especially when they Florida State beat them. But I don't see North Carolina doing that to them. So give me Duke in this one.
Yeah, I got the Blue Devils in this one, but I do expect it to be a good game. All right, this is kind of a sneaky good game. I'm kind of interested in this one. Kentucky and Alabama. Wes,
That is a good game.
Sneaky good, yeah.
Yeah. Where is this game? Is it at Kentucky or Bama?
Bama.
Really?
Ooh,
Interesting.
that intrigues me. Even though Bama played like absolute butt yesterday against Auburn, they still. So Kentucky's team reminds me a lot of Baylor's team. They have a lot of athleticism. They have a good big, and their bench depth isn't like crazy, but it's good. But Bama's one of those streaky teams where if they are playing at home, they can win a game no matter who they're playing. Give me the Tide in this one. I think they upset Kentucky. I think they ground John Calipari and that Wildcats team just a little bit. They've been going off. I mean, they just beat the stew out of Kansas last week.
Oh, yeah.
But give me Bama in this one.
Man, this is a tough one. Bama did not look good last night against a really good Auburn team. I mean, obviously, they're number one.
Zach looks like he's about to cry because I picked Alabama.
They're
No, I just got a headline sent to me about a former Arkansas player that I'm not exactly sure I believe. Son of a bitch, it's true.
Don't share it. Don't share it.
Yeah.
No, I got to.
Well,
Former Arkansas Razorback and Cleveland Browns standout Peyton Hillis resurfaces as an actor in the locally shot horror film The Hunting.
Hey, Peyton Hillis went from the cover of Madden to a horror film star.
He did! Oh my
That is a
God!
little surprising.
yeah.
Anyway, sorry, Wes.
No, you're good, man. This is going to be a good game. Like I was saying, Alabama lost to the number one team in the country for good reason. Bruce Pearl is doing an incredible job down there at Auburn. He has turned that program
Doing something Auburn's never done.
exactly number one team in the country, first time in school history. When you look at the program, the state of that program when he took them over, it was not good.
Grizzlies are up 12.
But tomorrow night, or that game's tomorrow night, right? Kentucky and Alabama.
Saturday.
Okay, Saturday. That game's in Tuscaloosa, right?
Mhm.
Give me Alabama to get a big win at home
Give me
Saturday against Kentucky. I think it's going to be a close game, but I think it's going to be a really good game.
Man, if Alabama were to win this game, their resume would almost be complete unless they make a complete meltdown, have a complete meltdown. That would be like their third top 5 win this year. If I'm
only gonna say this one time this year,
And they lost to the Memphis Tigers, which is just absurd to me.
Yeah, that does shock me that they lost to Memphis. That really does. But the way they lost to Memphis, especially, it was a. I mean, but
Nathan can't even say
I'm not going to take that away.
Nathan says.
No, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I got
Nathan's like, we can beat any team we play in the country except for the bad ones.
Yeah. I think that was just a great night by Memphis. I mean, they beat a good team. They beat a good team that night. There's not. I mean, but so what do you think, Nathan?
Out of this game, I mean, Alabama. Yeah, we've topped off a lot of top 5 teams. Gonzaga, Baylor. We got beat by Memphis. Yes, and
there was another team. I swear that was
smoked by Memphis.
It was I can't even think of who. Yeah. But anyways, going back to the Memphis game. Here's the thing about the Memphis game is, Bum, you were there at the Tiger game, correct?
I was there.
And it was packed out, is what I've heard.
It was packed out. I was sitting directly next to J.D. Davidson's parents.
Yeah, I mean,
It made his dad mad.
Yeah, when you come to Memphis and play Memphis, I mean, dude, you're coming into an atmosphere and a team that feeds off that crowd, and when that crowd's loud,
it depends on if our fans show up or not.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that's what Alabama had against Baylor. You know, that we had a packed house against Baylor, all white is what we did for the game, and they showed out. Yeah, we lost against Auburn, but I mean, Bruce Pearl's got a heck of a team. Not to mention, he's got the number one. I believe they said he's got the number one draft pick on his team, and I think
Jabari. Smith. I think he's really good.
Jabari Smith. Yeah, which they're seeing him as the number one draft pick. But in this game, I don't like Coach Cal. I've hated him for many years, and now that Nate Oates gets to take him on, give me Alabama, no question.
Roll Tide.
Yeah, it's not even going to be close.
Zach, who you got, man?
What a pass from Ja.
I'm only going to say this one time and one time only.
Are you going to say it?
I can't. I'm trying to muster, but I keep throwing up a little in my mouth. But
it starts with roll.
Go Elephants! Or roll, cheer, roll Tide, roll. Oh,
you said it.
You said it, yeah. I actually think Alabama's going to win this game. I really do. Yeah. Kentucky's a really good team. They're going to fight. I think it's going to be close, but I think Alabama, they get up for the bigger games, and they play up to the other team's physicality, and they match the intensity. And I think they're going to do it again. I don't think it was a fluke that they beat Baylor and Gonzaga. I think they're just, they're trying to put it together. They're struggling against
Christian. So I said it earlier. Alabama's one of those teams that can beat any team in the country, or they can lose to any team in the country. They're one of those teams that's destined to make a good run in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much the same team they had. What was it last year? Pretty much, isn't it?
Exactly.
So I can definitely see it for sure. A team, they're going to turn it. They're going to turn it on. And they've struggled beating some of the lesser teams, but they're going to turn it on. And it may start on Saturday. So I got.
How many more games we got?
Let's see here. We got 2 more games.
Let's run them.
UCF and Memphis. Who y'all got?
Memphis.
Go Tigers.
I think the Tigers blow them Saturday night.
I think Penny's finally started getting this team going a little bit. They're getting DeAndre Williams and Landers Nolly back. I don't think there's any arguing that Memphis is going to have the better team on the floor this time, and I think they just throttle UCF on Saturday.
Yeah, they're hitting that point where they need to start stacking some wins, and
quickly.
Yeah, for sure. I got Memphis in this one. I think they're starting to turn around. I think you said they're getting some players back, so yeah, that'll help them. Give them
arguably their 2 best players.
Yeah. So
can we just take a moment and notice the brotherly love between Bum and Wes? Bum's got his arm wrapped around Wes so much. Like he's hugging the whole family. They're getting used to that South Alabama culture down there.
Yeah.
That's Central Alabama. We're not close to Tuscaloosa.
Hey, there's folks in Arkansas.
We have separate beds.
Yeah, then there's folks in Arkansas.
We don't know that. We don't know y'all have separate beds. For all we know, y'all could.
You want to see? I will take you over there to show you. I'm taking you.
Y'all have
you better not be taking me anywhere.
I'm taking you. All right. There's Wes's bed and there's my bed. There's a whole ass gap right there in the middle.
Yeah. Wow, Bum. That's not the wording you should have used there, buddy.
Well, my grammar's not the best.
What's the last game, Christian, before I get in trouble?
How far are y'all from the beach, by the way? Are y'all far close to the beach?
Give or take.
Not even.
Yeah.
Y'all need to head to
45 minutes to an hour away.
If y'all have time. But anyway,
We got a lot of stuff going on down here, man. We ain't got time to go no beaching.
I'm going to the beach. I don't know what Wes is talking about.
You son of a beach.
last game, Mississippi State versus Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Where at?
At Arkansas.
Go Dogs!
Jesus.
Everybody in that hotel. Everybody in that hotel.
Everybody in that hotel room just heard that.
Christ. Give me Arkansas against Mississippi State. I think this team's playing well. Even in Eric Musselman's absence earlier this season, they still continued to play well. That chemistry is starting to grow a little bit for Arkansas. And I think Musselman may get them playing at the right time, playing well at the right time once again this season. I don't know if they'll make an Elite Eight run again.
No, probably not. But
I think Sweet 16 is probably a very successful season for this team this year.
2021.
Especially considering all they've been through.
2021 was a year of Mississippi State Bulldog baseball.
Yeah.
2022 is a year of Mississippi State Bulldog basketball.
Projected as a 9 seed, according to Joe Lenardi.
You'll take a 9.
Yeah, 9 seeds
that'll
not bad.
change.
I would just like to see Memphis even make the tournament. So congrats to Arkansas for being a 9 seed when Memphis isn't even ranked in there.
I'll take a 16 seed if I'm Memphis.
Hell, y'all will take a play.
We'd be more competitive than most 16 seeds.
Yeah.
I think
Nathan, what about you, man?
Yeah, go for
My
it.
bad, Christian.
No, go for it, Nathan.
Oh man, this is gonna kill me to have to pick this.
Really?
Oh my god, yeah, it's gonna kill me. It's gonna have to kill me. No, I'm just totally kidding. It's not gonna kill me at all. Go Bulldogs!
Woo! Damn it!
Yeah, go Bulldogs.
You know, Nate, you were my favorite. Now I don't like you. Go back to South Alabama.
Yeah.
I don't like you no more. I don't know why I keep harping on South Alabama like that's the region. It's the whole damn state, but it's just me.
I'm going to take my Razorback glasses off for a minute, and I know Mississippi State's a tough team. They've already beaten us this year. I think they're going to come into Bud Walton and they're going to play really well because they got to get some wins too. They're a bubble team right now. So Arkansas is playing some great basketball. I think they're on a 7-game win streak. It's going to come to an end at some point. I can see this one coming down to the final possession, really, because Mississippi State always plays Arkansas well. I'm going to go with Arkansas in this one. And Arkansas maybe can keep the streak going a little longer. So that wraps it up for tonight's show. We've covered everything from NFL to Senior Bowl, and now we just finished our pick 'em. I appreciate everybody who tuned in tonight for a fun show. And everybody, listening on Spotify, Facebook, YouTube, iHeartRadio. We've got so many platforms now. And
if we're on a platform that you're on and we're not actually on there,
let us know.
Please let us know.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, y'all don't have too much fun in Mobile, right?
I haven't had any fun.
It's going to be a long day tomorrow. With that breakfast starting out, tomorrow's going to be a fun day. It's going to be an action-packed day from 7 a.m. all the way through 4 p.m. tomorrow when the last practice ends.
So,
Christian, you and I are going to have our show tomorrow evening, 7 o'clock.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. 7.
We might hop on and join you.
Yeah, for sure. And I'll try to get some articles coming for the Razorback games.
Okay.
It's a lot more fun to write them when they're winning. I will say that.
Oh, always, most definitely.
All right, that does it for tonight's show. I was joined by Nathan Wilson, Razorback Zach, and Will couldn't make it tonight.
Will's here?
Wes and Brandon. Will couldn't make it, but we sure missed him tonight for sure. All right, guys. That does it. And until next time, the next Pick'em show will be next week, same day, same time. So be sure you tune into that and keep up with Wes and Bum as their
Russell Copeland interview tomorrow, 9 a.m. Join us.
I will run the ad before we get out of here tonight.
Cool.
Here you go. Tune into this.
Coming up tomorrow on Four Star Sports Radio's coverage live from the 2022 Reese's Senior Bowl in Mobile, Alabama. Wes and Bum sit down with Russell Copeland of Memphis Sports Radio at 9:30. Be sure to follow Four Star Sports Media all week long for news and exciting interviews.